internet of value at Ripple, we're thinking much bigger than just cross-border payments. It's kind of like Amazon with rare books in the early days, just this market happens to be a $10 trillion market.
We are at a historic turning point.
Said in the past that you are doing for money what email did for communication.
Moving the whole revolution forward. There's trillions of dollars parked around the world. XRP.
Is there a possibility that Ripple could take over SWIFT one day?
Finally, whether we talk about traditional or emerging payments technologies in the public or private sector, innovation must proceed in a way that respects fundamental principles for serving the public good. Payments innovation should support and promote broad access and financial inclusion. Financial inclusion is affected by many factors, but too often the cost of payment services is prohibitive and represents a barrier that limits access for low and moderate income households and small businesses. I am pleased to see that so many of the topics covered in this conference touch on factors that affect financial inclusion, issues of cost, trust, privacy, and security, among others.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 12 Hours Script. Let's get right into today's video. You do not want to miss a second of this. Everybody is on board, and I know it sounds crazy, but it really isn't. I'm going to lay out every single piece of information that I have dug up today, and you are going to be completely mind-blown. As you guys heard that intro by Michael Barr. Shout out to 801 XRP for that video. We're going to get into the full video in a moment where he talks about financial stability and financial inclusion. But I'm going to blow your mind, folks. I guarantee you, you do not want to miss a second of this, because JP Morgan is about to sell a portion of stake of the bank for the first time in 18 years. Competition is here. Jamie Dimon is scared. And that is why, take a listen to this video about the 64% of the top 500 Fortune companies, okay? Absolutely massive. Shout out to Cypress for this clip.
But 64% of Fortune 500 executives in a recent survey say that investing in crypto and blockchain is important for staying ahead of their competition.
So they could stay ahead of the competition. And only 3,900 individuals. That is such a small number. But where do we begin? Let's begin with top high-level individuals that joined Ripple back in 2015. What a coincidence. Donald Donahue was named as an advisor June 1st, 2015. Keep in mind, these dates are going to have a crucial impact. Listen to this part. Ripple is already a clear leader in this space. I'm looking forward to working with the Ripple Labs team to deliver these exciting possibilities. Donahue served as the COO and the CEO of the DTCC. DTCC's efforts to help stabilize the financial system through the crisis of 2007 and 2008. DTCC is the principal infrastructure organization supporting post-trade activities for U.S. securities and derivatives markets, processing transactions worth more than 1.6 quadrillion annually. In this capacity, Donahue also worked with the U.S. Treasury Department and other governmental and private sector groups to improve physical and cybersecurity over the financial sector following the September 11th attack. So Donald Donahue is bringing his expertise into Ripple Labs along with Michael Barr. Again, just a month later, in 2015, I don't know what happened behind closed door meetings, but they got the most valuable players you could name in that year. Like, it just doesn't make sense. And Michael Barr, you guys heard him on the intro, right? I'm excited to be joining the advisory board of Ripple Labs. Our global payment system is badly outdated, and I think innovation in payments can help make the financial system safer, reduce costs, and improve access and efficiency for consumers and businesses alike. And Michael Barr is going to be looking over the Federal Reserve. Barr will influence policy on cryptocurrencies and stablecoins. The next video clip I'm going to play you, it is just so insane. Because in order for XRP to be used with USDC, right, a stable coin, a USDC type coin needs to be regulated, and it could only transact with regulated neutral bridge assets. That is why, again, I'm getting goosebumps, that they went after Ripple XRP so they could have clarity for XRP. So that way, when they roll out this new infrastructure, these stable coins, these regulated stable coins, can be utilized with XRP to scale. And your mind is going to get completely mind blown. Listen to what he says here.
Please join me in welcoming Vice Chair Barr to the podium.
Thanks, Mark. It's really a pleasure to be here. This is obviously a time of great change and great promise for the payment system. The Federal Reserve plays multiple roles in the payment system, including as a supervisor of banks and financial market utilities, and as an operator of some key components of payments infrastructure. The research done by experts, including those in this room, is vital in helping us to understand what works well in the payment system and what can be done to improve it. We developed FedNow in response to a growing demand for instant payments from both households and businesses. 100 years ago, the Fed facilitated payments by moving checks across the country by train. It's hard to speak about payments innovation without mentioning the increased experimentation with new payments technologies, such as stablecoins and central bank digital currencies, happening in the private and public sectors, both in the United States and around the world. Stablecoins, as I have said in other remarks, need to be well regulated. When an asset is pegged to a government-issued currency, it's a form of private money. When that asset is also used as a means of payment and a store of value, it borrows the trust of the central bank. So the Federal Reserve has a strong interest in ensuring that any stablecoin offering operate within an appropriate federal prudential oversight framework, so they do not threaten financial stability or payment system integrity. Our research is currently focused on end-to-end system architecture, such as how ledgers that record ownership of and transactions in digital assets are maintained, secured, and verified, as well as tokenization and custody models. This research helps us to consider how we could design a digital analog to the paper banknote that permits a transfer of value between two parties without direct facilitation by the issuing central bank.
And that's why Ripple and the Module Foundation, aka Bill Gates Foundation, are creating a more financially inclusive future together. Why is Bill Gates involved? Why did Donald Donahue, the CEO of the DTCC, came on board? Why did Michael Barr come here? Because they got to understand technology, and then when they go on to their next roles, they will use that to put out the policy. And just taking a sidestep here, Brad Garlinghouse said this, and I've said this since I've started my channel. As a reminder, Jay Clayton brought the case against Ripple, me and Chris Larson, and left the building the next day. You can't make this stuff up. This was an orchestrated attack. You don't just give out a case and then leave the building on your next day. They did that on purpose so Gary Gensler could start from scratch. That's what it was, because whatever Jay Clayton had, right, none of that suffices anymore. We got a new leader now. It is absolutely crazy. It completely blows your mind. And Michael Barr talking about stable coins, right? And in order for these stable coins to use XRP to scale, it needs to be regulated. And that is why the WorldBank, for their digital currency for cross-border payments, under stablecoins and cross-border payments, said stablecoins refers to a class of digital currencies that are relatively stable in terms of their price. Stablecoins offer fast processing and security of payments as many cryptocurrencies do. They also offer stability, okay, to other currencies. And keep in mind, Ripple's platform, the CBDC platform, is a comprehensive platform for managing, transacting, and destroying CBDCs and stablecoins. And it comes all the way down to this at the end. Ripple's XRP ledger is a proven blockchain that has transacted over 70 million times over the course of 10 years and is trusted by financial institutions around the world. If you guys are the only reason why I'm acting like this, why I'm so hyped up, is because if you guys are my OG subscribers, from day one, I've been saying trust is going to be the most important thing that Ripple could build. And this is why it's taking so long. Financial institutions need a track record. And the only reason why I say that is because of my banking experience, still up to date over 10 years now. They need a track record to introduce to their new infrastructure, but they need a track record of like what Ripple's doing. Like Ripple is looking at this from a banker's perspective. 70 million transactions over the course of 10 years, nothing has happened. That's what they want to hear. That's what they want to hear. And look, what did Michael Barr say? Access and inclusion, stability, security, and resilience, interoperability and overlay services, sustainability, everything that Michael Barr just said. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I do appreciate every single one of you guys. Let me know what you guys think in comments down below. And we will be back with another video.
We started building RippleNet with the thesis that crypto liquidity would eventually be able to support robust global payments, large payments. RippleNet was designed so that customers seeing the benefits of our fiat-based network could flip the switch to ODL once the market was mature enough. And this is exactly what's happening. Flip the switch.
I think what we're building has, it's solving a real problem. And I think all of the tokens, my advice to anybody would be, understand the utility. If there's real utility and there's real value being delivered to a real customer, there will be value in the token.